Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back for some more. Hello, Mr. T. Welcome back. Welcome back. I've got 22 tabs open, as I tend to do. One moment here. Alright, that going. Hello, everybody. Hello. I just noticed that there are changes I need to sync up with. So I was just doing that for starting here. I've got that. So rebasing here. We'll get this party started tonight. Alright, I should be all rebased and up to snuff with the latest stuff. So I was doing some rating code today. Thanks, Saint Lord. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're all up to date with the latest changes that went on to the Glimish dev branch in the main repository. So that's good. So that means we can start on another hopefully small project. Dev here, get status. Okay, so I've got everything here. Cool. Alright, so I think the first thing I want to see, was there a chat redesign, I guess chat. Custom username, colors, and chat. Chat background, scalable chat message sizing. Whisper DM ability. Light and dark versions of channel customization. Meeting. I don't see anything here. There might be something. I know it's definitely been a suggestion at some point. I don't know whether it's been a suggestion on building Glimish or not. But we are, as per my search for chat, we're going to be doing some chat stuff today. In particular, I'm going to try to make the autocomplete for when you type an @ symbol, so it'll look at whoever's been active in the chat. Not everybody who's a viewer, just everybody who's been active for, we'll say, the last 2 hours maybe. I can that number's just off the top of my head. We can debate that. And then present them as selections. So that is what I'm going to see about here. So where am I at? So let's go get a new branch going here. New branch feature chat auto complete. Chat viewer auto complete. Yeah. All right, we're on that new branch, which means I should be able to run the server here, hopefully. Yeah, that's the @name stuff. Yep, you got it. I figured it's fairly small for a small feature Friday kind of thing. So there's a little bit involved, but it's kind of compact, in one little area, sort of. So surprises overlooked at the start. I honestly, it's one of those things where it's always hard to come up with a minimum viable product, because there's always something that you're like, we should have did this from the very beginning, kind of thing. I'm honestly surprised it was only halfway done. I think is where I'm surprised at. Like, I'm surprised that, it highlights the streamer. Like, it highlights the person you're adding, but there wasn't a thought put into going the extra step with it. That's kind of more my surprise there. It feels kind of half done, so, but it's fine. It's, you gotta, as one of the best project managers I ever had in my career would say, day 2. let's get the day 1 stuff done, and then we'll worry about day 2 tomorrow. Yeah. She was a really good project manager. Like, one of the few that I've had that truly understood the role that we needed, that the development team needed, like, understood the difference between day 1 and day 2, understood what is drop dead and what is nice to have, understood what is, that she was there to, she was still in charge, but her role was to eliminate roadblocks, not create them, You can eliminate roadblocks and still be in charge. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can still, be leading the pack, She understood that well. That was good. It's very few understand that. A lot of project managers are just, they don't really understand their role, and because they don't understand their role, it's somehow your fault. and then, they got to make it look like they have some sort of, like, they don't, like, I guess they feel like they don't have power when they really do. And so they need to come up with, like, these weird hoops, these weird lines that everyone needs to line up to, right? To measure up to. Like they'll do weird things like, you know, there's a blizzard outside. Well, I expect everybody to be in the office. Like, why? We can do everything remotely. You know, especially, you know, just a one-day thing. You know, you don't have to be there face to face. But they'll do weird stuff like that because it's like, it's the only way they feel like they're still in charge, because they don't realize they're in charge, or they don't feel like they're in charge when they are. And it's a weird dichotomy that goes on there. All right, so we're on a nice clean page here. Where do I want to start with this? So there's going to be obviously a JavaScript part of this, and then there's going to be the back end part of this. And I think the back end, really all I need to do is run a query against usernames, but it's got to correlate to not to viewers, but to whoever is connected to the chat, because you can pop the chat out of the window into its own window. So we need to make sure that everyone who has subbed to the chat, so there's, let's see if I can explain this. This is it's good that I did the rating stuff to the point that I'm at, because I'm understanding the pub sub stuff a little bit better, and how Elixir does it, how Phoenix does it. But essentially there's this concept in technology, in programming and software, called publish subscribe. And what it is it's pretty much what it sounds like, but it's a little bit weird concept, where basically a server says, here is here's a channel, here's an open channel, and it's named this, right? And clients come along and they say, all right, I want to subscribe to this channel because I want to hear all the things all the messages you broadcast over it. So our chat is essentially that. Like when you first go onto a streamer's page, your browser basically, you know, the server says, hey, browser, I've got a channel out here that's got chat messages in it. You're going to want to listen to this. And so the browser says, okay, I'll listen to that. And then from that point on, that's where the messages come back and forth. You send messages over it, you receive messages down that pipeline. That's how that goes. So, so the raid stuff does a similar thing. It opens up its own channel separate from everything. So there's a couple channels that are actually open on the page, like right now. Like there's one background one that monitors updates to the stream. So whenever the streamer updates their title, or they update their tags or something like that, a message will go over the channel to everyone listening, which is everyone who's sitting on the page, and you'll all get an update. You'll see that update happen. What am I working on now? I'm going to work on the chat autocomplete for usernames. I'm just explaining the little technology behind it, sort of. The viewer count is another channel that everyone listens to. So, you know, every time someone comes onto the page, they register in the viewer channel, and then we have on the server, we look and see how many people have subscribed to the channel, and that's how many viewers are watching the stream, presumably. And then obviously the chat is another channel, and then raiding is its own channel on top of that. So what happens is when a raid happens, I send a message over the raid channel to everyone who's sitting on the raiding streamers page, And then that's that message that pops up that says, hey, you know, so-and-so is going to raid this other person. Do you want to join? Yes or no? And then when the timer wears out and you're still a part of the raid, you said yes or you didn't say anything, another message gets sent over that channel that says, okay, hey, you're coming with me. And then we redirect you over to the channel that's being raided. That's basically how that works. What that means for autocomplete is that I need to look at the I need to look at how many people have subscribed to chat, and then take that list of user IDs and go look at the chat messages table and see if they've said anything in chat in the last like 2 hours or whatever. And then I gotta find their actual username. Now, the weird thing about that is we in chat we register. Actually, is that true for chat? I don't think it's true for chat. In one of the other channels, in the viewer channel, we register viewers as, we don't use your username, we use a generated user name because you might not be logged in. So we'll just generate a username for you, a user ID for you, basically. That's just random and unique, just to keep just to track you. But I think for chat you have to be logged in. So I may not have any problem getting your username from that. What might be the thing is I might have to make sure that it's actually registering your username in the chat when it subscribes to the channel. But I think that's so. Let's start there and see what it does, because I was just in this area. For the raid stuff. So if I look at well, streams, no, I think it's chat that actually does the register. Right. No, this is create chat message and stuff. That's not it. Chat message. No, that's the actual messages. Where are we? We subscribe to the channel. Channel. Then where is the to stream.html HEX? Where's the chat? Posting, now title, follower button, social buttons, support button. There we go, chat column. Oh, that's right, it's under like chat live. It's got its own controller and stuff. Okay, so which it needs, honestly, for what it does. So here so we're already tracking the presence of how many people are chatting. Okay. Well, that's good because that will. Yeah, so this track presence is registering the user's username. Okay, good. So the user's username is already in the tracking. And for some reason the size is here too, which is interesting. That never changes. That's very interesting. So, and their avatar is there too. And more importantly, their user ID. But really all I need is their username. That's good, because that means I can just go through all the presences in chat and just pull their usernames right out. And then do a query against them. Actually, is it... Oh, no, it's actually not username, is it? It's user ID, actually. Right? Select all from chat message. Yeah, it's user ID. Which is good. Because I already have the user ID there, so I can just do a straight query against chat messages for this channel and this user with a inserted at that was within the last 2 hours. That'll give me a list of user IDs, which then I can go through. Actually, I could do that. I could do that query even without the user ID. I can just get the unique user IDs for the last 2 hours for this channel. Grab that list of user IDs, look at the presences, see who's still in chat, and present. And then I have to, present a list of usernames, because the usernames are actually already all in the presences, so I don't even have to do another lookup to the database. Oh, this might not be too terrible. Here. Okay. Let's see all my chat messages when I was testing out the GIFs in chat, all the tenor GIFs. They're all in here. Okay. Let's. I'm gonna do. Where do I want to put that? I guess I put that under. I guess it doesn't really matter. I could put that either in streams, or I can put that in chat probably. Yeah, my stomach is not happy right now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream tonight or not. Let's see. It's fine. Okay, let's go. Let's look at that. Chat. Chat message. Yeah, this will be a good place to do it. List of recent chat messages. So let's do F lists recent chat messages. List recent chatters. Networks channel. Hours. Okay. What's the time frame? Insert that. We're equal to time frame. Where's time frame coming from? 60 negative? Within the last. Adding the UTC, it's adding 60 seconds times 60. So an hour? That's what it looks like. It looks like it's only listing the recent chat messages from the last hour. Huh. I wonder when that kicks in. That's basically what I need. Except I don't need all the data back. I just need a list of user names. Or I just need a list of user IDs actually. Huh, interesting. Alright, time frame equals naive date time. There's subtract. I guess there's no subtract. Huh? That's why they did add a negative. And naive date time UTC now. Hour, so the hours times -1 and hour. Yeah, I wonder what I did. I wonder why I did 60 times 60 seconds when they could have just did -1 hour. I don't know. Maybe hour's not one of the selections. I'm kind of assuming it is. Repo replica. Oh yeah. What I want? Actually, you know what? I want to do it. I want to do from M in chat message. Where M is visible, true. Where the channel ID equals channel.id. There. And inserted at is equal to time frame. Does that actually work that way? Hey, Psychotic. Welcome back. You as well. Is guess that worked. Interesting. I want to. All I want to do is select the Hi, say lady. Welcome. I just want to select. Just want to select the m dot user. Yeah. Oh, distinct. Like what? No, what is it? How do you do? There's a way to do this. Ecto. Select distinct. Okay, just distinct. Distinct blah. Got it. And that'll be distinct on, which is what I want. That'll get rid of any duplicate user IDs. So we'll just say distinct. User ID. And I don't need anything else. I just need user IDs. Okay. And repo. Not replica. Oops. Not all. Cool. Alright, I'll give me the recent. Within the last 2 hours, the people who have recently chatted. That'll allow people to lurk. They'll just naturally drop off the list without having to specify that they're lurking or anything like that. That'll be good. Boom, 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 boom. List of recent charge. So I've got that, and then what do you not like here? Hour will never return. What is it? Wait a minute. 90 time. Calendar. Maybe hour's not a time unit. Time is. I want. And it's an amount to add in any units available from system time unit. Others. Oh. That's why they did seconds, because it only takes seconds, milliseconds, microseconds, and nanoseconds. Explain to me again why people write code in Elixir. it's just weird things like this that just annoy me. It's like, why wouldn't you support other things besides these? Like they had one use case in mind and that was it. Alright, so that explains why why they multiplied by 60. So I'll just do times negative 60 and second, that would be, that should be correct. Yeah. Wait. No, 60 Wait. Yeah, no, 60 times. Yeah, seconds, minutes, hours. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, math. Not my strong suit. Time, also not my strong suit, apparently. But, good news is, taking those 2 hours between the last stream and now, or 3 hours between the last stream and now, allowed me to finish my laundry. So we won't be testing any TOSs tomorrow. I'll have clothes to wear, so that'll be good for tomorrow's stream. No TOSs will be tested. So what do we got here? So that should be a negative. No offense, but nobody wants to see that. It's true. It's very true. I take no offense to that. Although with the Twitch TOS nowadays, who knows? But you know, I'm pretty sure the other YouTube and Gloomish would not be too thrilled about it. Let's see. So now I need to call this. Now where the hell am I going to call this from? What would be a good place? Yes. Because it needs to be update. It needs to be up to date. But it needs to be like periodically called. Well, okay. It needs to be called when the function's going to trigger. So I guess I would just call it when the function is triggered, and the function will be triggered when you type an @ symbol. So that would be the logical time to run the query. Shirtless coding stream. I feel like that's a very niche audience. You know, it might be. It's kind of, it's probably as niche as the, beach coding stream. The margarita under a beach umbrella coding stream might also be in that category. What do we? So I want to go to. What do I want to go to? I think it's message form actually, isn't it? This is where the chat messages get submitted. Yeah, handle event send chat message. So here's where I gotta handle the event. I have to handle it's an event that I'm gonna have to generate from JavaScript, so let's see. I do handle event auto complete. Should I just call it autocomplete, or should I call it something more specific? Because we'll want to have autocomplete at some point for like commands and stuff. Let's do user autocomplete. And it'll be. What param do I need? I guess it'll just be the partial username. Alright. Yep, that's what it's for, Psychotic. You got it. So, do that. Let's think here. Get user, socket assigns user ID. I don't need the current user for anything. I do need the channel. So, blemish, channel lookups. Wait, why are they doing a channel lookup here? The channel ID? You already have the channel. Oh, pull a fresh user and channel from the database in case something has changed. Yeah, okay. Okay. I can get behind it. That's fine. One of these points, though, I was looking at the console earlier when we were doing the rating stuff, and oh boy, at one of these points we're going to have to wrangle all these calls to the database. We call, when you go onto the stream page, we must call for the channel, call to the database to get the channel data like at least a dozen times. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's not changing that much. I think we can start to reuse some of that data coming back. But it's like it's hard to do that because it's you need to you need to go across and really look at everything, and there's still stuff changing, you know. Socket assigns channel ID. Of course, I'm just adding to it right now. Partial username. So now I want to do a lookup for chat, or I want to go to finish that. Actually, we bring in chat already. I don't want chat. List. Just recent chatters. We want the channel. And I want that list to go. Oh, I should put a limit on it, shouldn't I? Yeah, because you only want like probably 5 results back, but that's okay. I'll do that. Users, suggestions. There's that. Maybe include the last 5 chat messages users as well, even if older than 2 hours, because those messages will appear in chat on the page refresh. Yeah, the problem is, I mean, I could do that, but there's no guarantee that they're connected to the channel, to the chat channel still. But I get what you're getting at. I get what you're getting at. I can run that and I can bring those back, but then the next step that I'm doing here is after I bring them back, after I bring the user IDs back, is I'm going to look at the chat channel and see who's still actually in chat. Because if they're not in chat anymore, then adding them is going to make it seem like they're there even though they're not, and you might get upset that you can get a response back, but they never saw it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I can see both sides of it. I can see someone wanting to, like, I can see someone going like, oh, but I see this name here. Why can't I at this name? And not understanding that person's not in chat anymore. But I can also see the other side of it where if I'm suggesting that the name, then maybe I don't know. That's a good point. I'm kind of reversing myself here a little bit. Working on the autocomplete for usernames in chat. So when you go to @ a username to respond to somebody, I want to try to give you suggestions so that you can just select the suggestion rather than typing the full name out. In theory, anyway. So the question becomes, do I... Well, that was what I was planning on doing, Psychotic. I don't know. You've thrown me for a loop here, because I'm now wondering if I should just take the names that were in chat already. Right? Like, I don't know. Should I, because you can see the name in chat, should I give it to you as an autocomplete even if they're no longer in chat? Or should I only give you the autocomplete suggestion if the person is still actually sitting in chat, whether they're actually looking at chat or not, they're still connected to it? I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying not to out the lurkers. So it's going to be, that's why I put the 2-hour limit on it. So if you've chatted in the last 2 hours, you'll come back in the autocomplete. But if you've been quiet the whole time, or you haven't said anything in 2 hours, then you'll go automatically die back to being a lurker. And I'm flexible on the 2-hour thing. It could be 1 hour, it could be 30 minutes. I don't, it's all. I'm willing to honor all suggestions. Well, even with the viewer list, Psychotic, I was thinking of, and I do want to do a viewer list at some point, but even with that, I was thinking of having a 2-hour limit on it, where if someone hasn't said anything in the last 2 hours, you wouldn't, as a viewer, you wouldn't see them on the list anymore. As a mod, you would still see them on the list, but because they've set a message for the current stream. But once the stream resets, or you do a new stream, they wouldn't be on there anymore. So that is something I was thinking about for the future too. The tricky part of that is the stream, trying to figure out, and that's the same thing with the rating stuff. The tricky part is if the stream ends, whether it's purposeful or not, is the raid over at that point? And should we no longer be counting people as part of a raid? You know what I mean? What's the life cycle of a raid? Right? You would effectively go into lurk mode, yes. Mm-hmm. If the user had the lurk mode setting enabled, that might make sense. Yeah, I'm of two minds about that. I think it's fine to have a lurk mode that we can toggle, and I think that's something I want to look at when I look at chat commands, like platform chat commands. But I also kind of figure if you haven't said anything in chat for a while, that we should just kind of assume that you're busy, or that you're away from keyboard, or that you're just, otherwise lurking. You know what I mean? I feel like that just, it makes a lot easier for users at that point. They don't have to constantly manage their, I'm lurking now, I'm not lurking now, I'm lurking now, I'm not lurking now. You know what I mean? And there are other ways to do that too. I mean, if you chat, then you say something in chat, then presumably you would come out of lurk mode automatically. I don't know. It's I don't really have, like I said, I could be pretty flexible in that regard. I feel like that's more a question for what the community thinks would be, at large thinks would be a good a good way to handle that. Because there's many ways you could do it. And they're all like roughly the same amount of effort, you know what I mean? Oh, let's see here. So, yeah, we'll just get the recent ones for now. Suggestions, that's the IDs. So then I want to... I need to go through the... Do I have access to that here? That might be the weird thing. I don't know if I have access to the channel here. I give myself access to it. Man, how did I do this in... There's a way... I may not have to... all I have to do is list the presences. Right, so I think it's just... Lumish.presence... list presence. Yeah. List presences on the topic, which would be chatters. Right. Wait, it's gotta be more to it than that. Doesn't take a... No, it's definitely... There's definitely more to it than that, because that it has to take a... has to take a topic, so I have to get the channel's topic. So it's the... Finish that presence that... No, it's streams dot Lumish dot streams dot and here we go, get subscribe topic. And that would be chatters and then channel.id. That's what I want, right? Yeah, chatters. Wait, chatters or chat? Probably chatters. We have two of them. We have a chat and we have a chatters. And we have a viewers. Okay. I'm thinking it's probably chatter. Let me see where do we register chatters? Subscribe topic chatters. So as soon as you come into the chat, you subscribe to the chatters topic. That's fine. Does that have the, okay, and that has the username in it. Okay, that's the one I want then. All right. Where are we at here? I'll list the presences on that. Which will give me the data. And then from that, I want to have the user IDs in the suggestions. So I want to go through it and find the usernames that match the user ID. So we do enum each. No. Map. All right, enum map. Choose a list where each element is a result of an invoking function on the enumerable. So here's the enumerable. There. And we want to do function. Present. We have that. Okay, for each one of the presences, we need to pull. Actually, it's data, really. Because the list presences brings the data back, right? Data metas. Yeah. All the metadata. And then I want to grab from the metadata, I want to grab the username. I want to bring back, just want to bring back the data username. Right, and I want that to go into user suggestions, but I want it to be not just every one. I want it to be if data user ID equal enum dot any suggestions function item and dot well, item is the all the IDs, right? So if the data user ID equals item do get a username, otherwise don't bring anything back. That'll bring back just usernames that match the IDs that we brought back from the query. I want this go to thing that I wanted to go to. On here, do a limit of 5. Bring everybody back. The other thing is to it's not that important. I was gonna say I could bring. We have their avatar. I could bring the avatar back too, but you know what? Screw it. Just gonna get in the way. Let's keep the UI simple this time around, maybe. That should bring back the user suggestions, and then I want to bring those suggestions back as part of the call here. How did I do this once before? It was like not a no reply, I think it's just a reply. And then a hash map. Yeah, so I think it's just, you just put reply, and then user suggestions, and then suck. Okay, do that. What is the problem here? Unexpected token. Oh, I am missing an end. There. You are correct, compiler. I was missing an end. Now what? Partial username is not used. Oh, that's right, I didn't actually integrate that, did I? Okay, this will be a double doozy here. So I gotta do this. So if you find a user ID in there. No, you know what? No. Do this the way it was. Right, because I only want, because first part of that is I'm trying to match up, I'm trying to find what user, I should say, instead of user suggestions, say possible user names. Okay, and then once I've gone through the list of possible usernames, then we could try and find one that closely matches what you're looking for. Suppose I could have integrated that with the query. Let the database do it, because the database will always be better at it. But the database has just the user ID, it doesn't have the username. I have the username. Do it here. We'll do it here. So I want to do I guess I want to match from, yeah, I want to match from the beginning. So it would be the user suggestions, the enum map, possible username, this would be user string that contains? Yeah, probably. String that contains. Probably do a I should do a regex. Wonder if it's, can I compile? Can you recompile regexes? Elixir compile reg. Oh. Okay. Regex. Perl, yeah, I get it. Regex run. Literal syntax. The R sigil, okay. Just macros. Oh, so if I use the sigil, they're compiled ahead of time. Same way. Okay, that works for me. That works for me. What do I want to call it? Oh, I can't compile it ahead of time anyway. Because it's gonna be whatever's coming in, so whatever. Let's just do it right here. So string contains user, and then how would I do this with? We start. We do a regex with. No option for starts with. No. All the string stuff takes regexes. I don't know if I saw. I don't think there was a. I don't know if there's a begins with or not. Bring that. Code clients duplicate. There's an ends with. Is first? No. Graphene. Oh, here we go. Starts with. Yeah, that'll work. That's better. User, and then the partial username. All right. Let me bring those back that start with that partial username. That'll work. Okay. No, I was going to do the same thing in regex. I was going to have the caret to have it start at the beginning of the line. But yeah, you're right. There was a starts with, which makes sense. Most languages have something like that. I probably should have just looked there in the first place. A point for you. Yep. Get them while they're hot. I'm tossing out points here. And then put a space there so I can see what's going on. Alright, so that's a matter of calling it. I want to go to the chat.js. Gonna be up in my balls, I can just tell right now. Alright, where is the... We have input. On input, we set the current message to as being typed, not triggered when the user puts previous messages in the input box. Yeah, interestingly enough, I don't know how many people know this, but we actually do support, we actually do keep your last couple messages in memory. So you can actually hit up and down arrow keys on your, I don't know if down works, but you can hit the up arrow key on your keyboard and you'll see your last message that you sent out, and you can repeat it. We actually do arrow down as well, which makes it which is even more interesting because like somebody thought to do that, but they didn't think to do the autocomplete on the username. Chat message. Remove timed out user. I need an event to grab onto here. Is the input event the only thing I've got here? Add event listener input. Depends event listener input. When does the input... I would expect it to be a... I would expect it to be a key down, not an input, but... Or not a key down, a change listener? Does input just work better on like mobile and stuff? Is that why we're using that? I wonder. JavaScript event handler input event. Input event fires when the value of an input, select, or text area element has been changed. The event also applies to elements with content editable enabled, and to any element when design mode is turned on. Okay. For input elements with type checkbox or type radio, the input event should fire whenever a user toggles a control per the HTML Living Standards specification. However, historically this has not always been the case. Check compatibility or use the change event instead for elements of those type. Interface use input event for others interfaces event. The input event is fired every time the value of the element changes. This is unlike the change event, which only fires when the value is committed. Okay. I got it. Okay. Okay. So I can snarf this input here. Index is negative. But I only want it if I guess the target value. I only want to start doing it when you've typed at least 2 characters. So we'll say, and I only want it if you typed an @ symbol as the first character. And I need to do a substring to make sure only send the word characters after a. I wonder how that's going to work if somebody has non-word characters in their username. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see. So first of all, let's value. Got target value. We're setting that. Wait, we're setting the current message to it. Current message user is typing. I can just key off of that. Oh, create another one here. So if current message length is greater than 1, and current message ends with includes the search string appears as a substring and the result of converting this object to a string and repetitions. That includes an @ symbol. Ugh, save it. Ugh. Oh wow, we're like repeating the same songs a whole lot here. Holy crap. It's if it'll let me change the channel. Pretzel Rocks, please. There you go. It's a little bit slow on the uptake right now. What are we doing here? Synthwave. What about regular rock? We'll go with this for now. This is more complicated than that because I need to can't just trigger on @. I have to trigger on the fact that I haven't already I guess we only do it if it starts with it. I think I should only trigger it, honestly. So we'll do current message. Starts with that symbol. How do I make this not trigger for the entire message? Is what I am trying to figure out right now. Current message highlighting works with the add tag anywhere in the message? Okay. That's kind of what I thought. And I think you can actually do multiples if I'm not mistaken. Listen for a space. Maybe? I'm trying to think. Because I don't want this to constantly be pinging the back end every time. Like, after it's done, I don't want it to constantly keep pinging the back end for like more suggestions because you're already typing out your reply. Base height suggestion list. Well, it's not even that. It's it wouldn't even really be a space at that point. It would be if you've selected something from suggestion list. I guess there's really no way to turn it off other than to say don't send a message unless there's been a certain amount of time since the last key press. I guess that's the only way you can do it. But then it's also there's a space that wouldn't be spacing. Well, yeah. No, I get what you're saying there, but what I'm saying is when you select one of the suggestions, you're not necessarily pressing spacebar, right? You could be using your mouse to select it. You could be using the enter key to select it, which I have to probably override the enter key so it doesn't submit the message. I think this is probably going to be the messiest part, is just integrating it with that. I will add a space at the end, but it's not a adding a space at the end does not trigger the key press for a space though. I mean, I could trigger the event for a key press for a space, but it's not the same. It's not, I don't know that helps. Let me think here. if I do, I think we're taking input, we're looking at the input, it's firing off. You type an @ symbol. Type an @ symbol. How can I? So if I say, so after an @ symbol, there should be an unbroken chain of letters until there's a space. So I would have to say, I would have to let me think here. I would have to I need to not suggest if there is a full match. But first of all, here's what we gotta do. Over here, I'm gonna say, does this start with partial username? I'm gonna say I didn't actually do this right anyway. I'm mapping here. Which is not, this is bringing up Boolean back. What I need to do if, okay, here's what I got. So if the string starts with partial username and user does not equal not equal to partial username, then return the user. Okay. Right. Right, I know. That's what I'm trying to handle right now. Okay. Okay. That'll bring the suggestions back. So I'll only bring suggestions back if it's not a full match. Which is good. Then back to here. We say the message length is greater than 1. And current message. Includes at symbol. What I want to do so what I have to do is I have to pull out all the at symbol do a split on it. No. No, I think I have to do a regex for this. I think, let me see here. JavaScript regex. I know there's a regexp thing, but I wonder if there's a. Yeah, I thought they had this set up too. So I want to do. Here, characters, input, so I want word characters up to the space, up to but not including it. So I want to say it's not negated or complement a character class. Matches anything that is not enclosed in the brackets. Range of characters. So JavaScript regex test. ECMAScript. Here we go. Alright, so let's say at test. But we'll say at the. I want to do at backslash word character star but I want to negate space. I'm going to negate the space. How do I negate? Match 1, match 2. What's the regex we use for usernames? I think it's pretty much that. Let me see. User. It's validate username. So it's word characters pretty much, and a few other symbols. Well, yeah, I think we go. Do we put the display name through the same thing? I think we did. Yeah, this is. I think this will just be handled by word chars. I mean, I see a less than symbol there. So, yeah, but underscore and numbers are considered word characters. It's equivalent to A to Z, 0 to 9, and underscore there. I think that'll do. I just need to negate the the other one. Flags modifiers. You should match subpattern. Unicode capture. Positive look ahead, negative look ahead, negative look behind. A word boundary. Yeah. A new line, insert a form feed. No, it's gotta be capturing octal character negation. And properties, no. There's a given pattern would not match and end at the current position in the expression. The pattern would be a variable width, does not consume characters. Note that this feature is not yet supported on browsers. Use it at your own discretion. Negative look behind. I see. That's kind of what I need, but I need a look ahead. Negative look ahead. Okay, let's try that. We'll do question mark paste. The white space character. Let's see, it's still matching this one. So can I make it a greedy quantifier? Match everything enclosed. So can try it though. No, give me the same thing. I'm saying don't match the letter with the space. Let me see. White space character. What if it was regex match only partial word? Positive look ahead and non-word boundary. Would that be if I did... No. Negative look ahead. I did word boundary. But I could both of them. Well, here we go. Here we go. What was the B? Non-word boundary? Non-word, Greek quantifier matches as many characters as possible. That's a star? If I use the greedy quantifier. What's the B? Current position where B does not match. Meta is D. Non-word boundary. Does that really work though? Seems to still work, actually. If I put words before this. Here are some words before it. Huh. Still seems to work, okay. What do we got here? Global multi-line. This takes underscores as well. Is there anything else in here that this doesn't look like it? Yeah, doesn't look like it. Okay. Guess this works then. Let's take this regex. Come on over here. Guess right before this is the A. Let's auto user auto wait user auto complete. Yeah, multi-line, I guess. Okay, so but it's still matching both, right? Which is still not what I'm really looking for. I want it to not match the first. I want it to see the first one as being complete. I guess it doesn't. I guess at the end of the day, I can just keep sending the things back there. It's just that they will. You know what? I don't have a way of sending multiples either. I did. White space character. Need it. A star. Oh, you know what? I only need to care about the last instance of this. And not only that, but it's going to be the end of the string because you're in the midst of typing it. Okay. I don't know why that didn't occur to me earlier. So it's going to be end of the string because you're in the midst of typing it. So you're going to have. If I'm looking for anything that starts with an at with word characters, and then hits the end of the string. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that didn't occur to me before. And that, it doesn't even need to be multi-line. It can just be global. Unless you backtrack to the middle of your message. Yeah. This is going to have to be... I don't know. I don't think there's any way to know where you're at in a message. Like your cursor insert position. I guess there is a way to know. Yeah, I mean, the only other option is to just pull all the words with the @ symbol out and just send them all to the back end and say, if these are not complete, keep suggesting them. Really, it's just, no, it's not even that. It's really just send the first match back. No, I gotta send all the matches back. But only suggest the one that has some suggestions. Has some suggestions. Yeah, so if there are... Okay, let me think how I'm gonna do this in the back end here. So it's really going to be a list of partial usernames. Yeah, I would have to go through. How will I know? I mean, it's basically just bring back the suggestion for the first one that you find. I'd have to loop over all these. I have to loop over all these partial usernames or full usernames coming back. Do that. I think. Leap over to so we'll have one username we're actually working on. So working username would be num any will be partial usernames function name and we'd say if that's right, if the if user starts with partial username it'll be actually that it wouldn't be partial username, it would be name and then it just returns true. That's only returning true and false. Really, it's going to be enum each, maybe fetch find. There's a first element for which function returns a truthy value. Okay, find. Enum find. Partial username. So if not is nil working partial username, right? Because this returns nil. Returns default. Find the default. Yeah, it'll just return nil. Okay. not is nil. Working partial username. Bring back user. I think that actually, as much of a mess that is, I think that actually worked. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Then all I have to do is send all the names to this guy that have an @ symbol on them, and we should only bring back suggestions for the one that doesn't already match a username. That should work, and it should work for any position in which it's in, maybe, hopefully. So chat. Yes, so this message includes that. The other thing is I want to complete. So this one I want just want to bring back all the users with an @ symbol on them. That's what that'll do, with word characters after them. So we grab our I want this to only kick off once in a while. Like if someone's in the midst of typing, I don't want it to kick off after every freaking input. So I want to do that. So I'm gonna have to set a interval and clear it every time we come into here. So every time there's an input, it will clear the interval that I've set and set a new one. The only way I can think to do it. So here's what we'll do. We'll say auto user auto complete interval equals we'll say interval user autocomplete interval handler timer, handler timeout. So set interval it's up again. Just don't use these that often. interval. The function, yeah, I thought it was the function you wanted to call, and then the delay. Okay, set interval. And then we'll say 1 second. And I want to say set interval, so this goes to user auto complete interval. That. And on this interval, we will, so when there's a break of at least a second, actually I feel like it should be, try a second and a half, 1500 milliseconds. We'll say, we'll have to make a call. So, how do I do that again? There's a send message, right? Where do we use this? I think on type ahead, right? Push event. This dot push event. Yeah. So there's that. And I guess I'll have to do users equals current message dot match all is an interval of matches containing the results of that. Array containing results of that search. Okay, I'll just say match, I guess. Match user autocomplete. There is one thing though, it's going to match the @ symbol. So I really should do a thing there. Object supports being matched again. I need to put a match. Which one use it in there? Out of the script. Regex. The match. Regex found. Where did the match groups come back? Ooh, and ignore case flags with match. Capturing groups, that's what I want. Using named capturing groups. Paragraph match. Animal box. Oh, okay, it brings it back as a hash. In groups. Okay. Okay, so I have to do this. User. That. The capture group back. We'll say group. Okay, so users. I want to push events. Whatever I named it. That is message form. I want this user autocomplete and then partial usernames. That, and then we say partial user names. Partial usernames. Alright, then I just need to grab partial usernames out of there by saying users group for each HI partial usernames. That partial usernames that push I what did I call it? User. Wait, I have to do user. I think like that. Scripts. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one, folks. If this works first time, that's going to be a minor miracle. Well, wait, I think I'm pushing it out to them, but then I need to get the result back. Which I think, how does I come back and push it back? Get this on another thing. Like the result will come back. Phoenix push event. Push event. Video example. The JavaScript. Not the right one. Not, was it not push event? And server push event client box. Here we go. Push events, event payload, and then reply. Yeah. Reply ref. I got it. Okay. Event payload. Reply ref. Okay, so event payload, and then reply ref. And the reply we get back is just JSON. And it'll be the thing here. It'll be this hash. It'll be user suggestion. So it's really just apply dot users. That has to go. I'm gonna just do a console log on that right now. can see what's going on. We'll just have to see it in the console. I guess we'll give this a whirl here. Well, I don't have another view. I need another viewer here. Let's get to view in here as well. There's 2 viewers. We also need some chat messages. Test 2. Test 3. Test 4. Go. Okay. Hold on, let me get the console open. Clear out these messages. See what happens. Net. Mem. Type error. Can't read properties of undefined reading for each. Okay, so we have a JavaScript error. And that's constantly kicking off too. That's not great. Because it's on a loop here. For each chat data. In here. Wait, why is that continuously be cleared, right? If that's constantly going, that's not good. Wait a minute, where's the sounds groups? It says do. Groups. What do we got here? Found. This is groups. Let's do a comment these out for a second. Console log groups. Apparently that's undefined, which is not great. Actually, you know what? Let's try out. I can dig into it. Console. Close that. Yeah, see, it says group. Well, no, groups does that, man. Oh, does it not return a, not return a list? If I do that and then at hello. Oh yeah, no, it is a list. Okay. So why no work? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it's just a. It's an array, I bet. There's no for each on it, probably. So have to be users. Have to be for I 0 I is less than users groups dot length I plus that L there, put that in there, get rid of that. This one there, and then I gotta figure out. I'm clearing the interval. Right? Restudying it. Why is input? Why is input continuously being hit there? Either that or the interval is not getting clear. Clear called. All right, we'll see, but we'll get to the bottom of this here. Expect. That is called what? That was called 3 times what clear was never called. Well, that explains a few things. Oh, of course it wouldn't. Well, is that true? Yeah, this interval will keep firing off. Which doesn't, it only needs to fire off one. So, it should actually clear itself. Clear, interval, user, autocomplete interval. Yeah. It should only kick off once, and then from there you just do your thing. But who doesn't like groups? So what's the deal? What's the deal with the groups? Console log. Don't match. What is? It's a regular expression. Return value. An array whose contents depend on the presence or absence of the global G flag, or null if no matches are found. So it's just returning an array. Named capturing group. Paragraph. Capturing reggae. Found equals paragraph.mat. Found group. Oh. Oh wait, it's okay. It's an array. I think yeah. All right. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong. It's an array. So it's really users roots length, I think is what is where I'm falling apart here. And then we're trying to push users I and then user. Log users. And you know what? Let's just dump users out by it. See if I can see the object itself. It's supposed to be an array. I'm thinking it's a named array. This is at mem. I'm going to read length. Hero. How are you supposed to get the capturing groups out of it when you do capturing group? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like this might be the first Mozilla document I've come across that's not correct. Match. Let's match all. Narrator of all the results matching a string against a regular expression, including capturing group. Well, the iterator is probably what I could have used for the 40. I should use that in the first place. But match all. Array from match all. Better access to capturing groups. Oh, good. That's what I'm looking for. Capture groups are ignored when... Oh, see, now it says here, capture groups are ignored when using match with the global G flag. Why didn't you just say that? Using match all, you can access capture groups easily. How exactly? S1, S2. They have unnamed capturing group. I see. Alright. So if I had a named capturing group, it did pull them out. It's just, if I had a named one, which I do, then theoretically that comes out in the array. So, that in the first place. Users match all. And then we can do what I had before, probably. Users for each. This would be partial using push. I user. That should work the correct way, I hope. Complete interval. I think what happens if you call, you know what, I'm gonna just call clear interval on no. Let's see here. Or actually, I can. Yeah, do that. Oh, clear interval on there. If that helps. If that helps at all. First page. Console up here. Clear it out and users for each is not a really starting to piss me off about that. You return an iterator. Why wouldn't that work? Iterable iterator. You return. Might not use a for each on an iterator? That's weird. JavaScript for each. Iterator. What's iterable iterator? Oh wait, they actually put it into an array themselves? Non-capturing group. Oh, here we go. Constant match of. Oh, they're iterating it that way. Doing it for of. Okay. 92 ways to do it in in JavaScript. I guess one of them will work. That's the match of float. Match all. And it's match dot groups dot whatever. Okay. So for of users. We'll say partial usernames dot push match dot groups dot user. All right, will that finally be the thing that does it? Oh, this dot push event is not a function. That's fine. Moved on to another thing here. So it would be what is it? Is it just push events? It should be this. Push event, but it's probably really parents. Yeah, constant parent this. Let's do parents push event. If that works a little bit better. Yeah, console me. And well, that did stuff. Why have you not connected? Okay. Why have you not connected? So, gotten that before. User autocomplete. So I think I gotta do a push event too, because we're inside of a thing. So, I can just say push event to, and then it was, what is it? Selector or target. Yeah, I think I can just say push event to, and then, parent dot element. That gets picked up by our thing, the message form. Yes, because that was the problem I had with the other thing, with the raid stuff. It just wasn't. It was bubbling up to a higher class. I didn't want it on, but I didn't have the method on. Thing live view. not connected. These are autocompletes. Pretty sure it's like this. Reply, blah, 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 because I did this once already. Let's look at our rating code here. I think it's one commit ahead. Here we go. In here somewhere. What's the toast? Wait, there wasn't one for the toast? Oh, because I haven't implemented the way back yet. What did I do this in then? Oh, I did this in... Oh, I know where I did it. I did it in the tenor chat stuff. If I can go back and look at my pull request here. And say... Where's the chat thing? Action gifts in chat. Here we go. Commits. This. And look at tenor search JS. Push event 2. This element. Blah blah. Tenor settings. No. My ref. API key is reply API key. Okay, I got that right. Oh well, I got the API key. I pushed it to elements. Then on the other side, chat resolver, chat types. Almost the token message form. Here we go. Tenor message. Here, reply settings. Enum into and yeah. So you just return reply and your enum and the socket. So that's what I'm doing. But it's likely... Okay, there's an error over here. Oh, okay, there's an error. There's a legitimate error, alright. No function clause matching in string starts with 2. Message form EX45. Ah. Oh, because it's getting past nil. String starts with nil. So if not is nil user, this is gonna be done. That there. I know the code claim that when I run code quality, it's going to be like your cyclomatic complexity is too high in this method. I'm gonna have to break it up. Okay. So against that, back there, back over here. This effect. Okay. Well, we called it. And we got no suggested users back. Possible usernames. So I'm guessing possible usernames brought nothing back. IO inspect possible usernames, label possible usernames. We're getting somewhere though. It's not breaking, but it's breaking in the back end, not necessarily in the front end. That's a positive. And what's going on in the back end here? Possible usernames, nil and nil. Okay, so I have something wrong here. Describe topic, list browses, function data. Let's do spec data label data. Yeah, at what point the breakdown is happening? All right, so data is there. User IDs are there and the user names are there. So want the user ID and then username. Oh, what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet that these are? Rings. And not like strictly atoms there. I mean, they should be interchangeable, but sometimes I've encountered opposite. Coming out with nil and nil. Any items in the suggestions that came back? Okay, let's make sure suggestions came back. Okay, so suggestions came back. Which is good. We had one for user ID 1 and one for user ID 4. Okay. And we found both 1 and 4 in the chat, because that came back in the data. So that worked. Just the possible usernames are not coming out of that. So that is good. If I said the data, I said data user ID. Suggestions. Wait. Suggestions brought back what? Oh, suggestions brought back the entire that message, which is not what I want. Okay, I'm getting the entire thing back. It's not what I was looking for. Oh, right, because I changed the select to distinct and then forgot to put the select back. It should be select. And user ID. I only want that back. I don't want the entire chat message back. And that explains what's going on here. Because that's never going to match in the data-wise. Just trying to match the entire structure against one part of the structure. Okay, so do that. We come over here. Over here, we do our thing. And the suggestions were 1 and 4. Correct. Nil because it's. I think it's still. Maybe I do this without the brackets around it. One would think so. That's better. So 1 and 4 came back. We're getting nil and nil on possible usernames, though. But we've at least fixed that one part. My guess now. Well. Obviously, the oh wait, what am I? Yeah, no. So my Kingdom Any is not working. Okay. I don't think that worked. Yeah, let's see if it balks about that. So far, so good. What do we got over here? Oh, nil and nil. Hmm. Already print out the data. Know it's there. Hmm. Do this. Make this a block here for the moment. I can print out IO back data username. Now it's coming out of there. Data username, possible username. Okay, so did that make it to the JavaScript here? Yep, there it is. Suggested users memtest86, memtest89. Okay. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Not scroll. I'll leave that the way that is. Spec out of there. Save. Okay. Okay. You need it to pop up on the screen, which is the next part that's gonna be a thing. Yeah, and I think let's do this. And we'll clear out the console. Say vim test 86. Now there's no suggested users. Okay. Test at mem. Now we're back to 2 suggested users. Do mem test 8. You know, 86 and 89 are still there. Now we'll do 87. That's back to no suggested users. Okay, so that's working the way intended. I just need to get the suggestions actually pop up and then be in a thing that will be in a pop-up that you can actually click on them and have them finish your sentence there. Nick Blue, are you winning? Yeah, I actually kind of am. Progress has been made. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so the autocomplete is, I just need to get the autocomplete to pop up, but we're getting the suggestions from the back end like we're supposed to. So that seems to be, it's almost there. I mean, almost. What am I up to? I am writing code for Glimish here where I'm trying to we have replies, chat replies, where you can do @ and then put a person's name in or username in. And I'm trying to make it so that when you type the @ symbol and you start to type, it will give you suggestions on what user to type in. So basically an autocomplete. You say type @mem and then it'll give you the suggestions. You pick them from the list. It'll fill out the rest of it for you to save on some typing. So that's what I'm basically working on right now. And we're close. Got the suggestions working. Got them working for regardless of where they're at in the chat message. So nearly there. Now this should not be. Let me inspect this. And clear the console again. It should not happen for things that don't have an @ in. Good. It's not running for that. That's good. Save users as a publicly available array. Check writing against array and compare. Pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm doing. It's slightly, there's slightly more to it, because what I'm actually doing is I'm listening for you on this, when you're typing your message, I'm listening for you to type an @ symbol and then a few letters. I'm sending a message to the back end with those partial matches, and it's doing a query against, not only is it looking up everyone who is in the chat room, we have all the IDs of everyone who's in the chat room, but then it's also looking at the past chat messages and only bringing back people who have chatted in the last 2 hours, within the last 2 hours. So that way, if someone goes away, they're still in the chat, but they have gone into lurker mode. They're no longer really talking or anything. We won't suggest them as someone to reply to because they probably aren't paying attention. So yeah, it's Same basic idea, just a little extra sugar on top there. Yes, I am streaming to YouTube and also to Glimish, which is the site that I'm also trying to help out with some code. So, yep, I am streaming to multiple places. Yeah. Get too deep in watching and forget the chat. That's all right. But I mean, I think that's still a good thing. I think having that like 2-hour cooldown is like really good to, you know, we're only suggesting people that we think are still participating in the chat at least. They're probably still paying attention, but they're just not. They're not participating. Well, they're not participating either because they have it on another screen, or they're doing something else, or they just can't at the moment have a conversation, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I think that works. So yeah, all I gotta do really now is the visual stuff, which, as you all know, is the part that I'm not so great at. But all the back end is done there, so that's pretty good. I mean, trying to do Small Feature Friday, that was a small feature, and it's just going just beyond the boundaries of one stream. But it's we're almost there. I just have to write some tests for it, and finish the visuals, obviously, which I don't think. Once I figure out how to do the pop-up, I think I'll have it at that point. Like I've done pop-ups before with things, but they're always a little bit janky. So I want to see if I can figure out a way to do it that isn't a complete mess. So, and being able to click on it and stuff. And then the other part of that is I need to make sure that you can select the user with the arrow keys, which means we have the arrow keys overridden for other messages and stuff, which means when you're in that, when the suggestions tab is open, it's got to suppress all the other stuff, all the other uses of the enter key and the uses of the arrow keys, so that you don't accidentally submit the message and don't. I mean, I can force you to use the mouse, but it would be nice if you could just use the keyboard to do it. Do I think we'll ever have a list of who's connected to the channels? Yeah. I mean, I basically have that list now. It's just it's not visible. But the same code I'm using for the autocomplete here, I can just make it so that it just shows you who's listed in the channel. And then what I can do is I can have two different views of it. I can have one that, the viewers can only see people who are active in the chat, who have been active in the chat for the last hour or whatever. And then the mods and the streamers can see everybody. And I can even separate the list into people who haven't chatted in a while, lurkers and active people. So that's all immediately possible. Yeah. Like a timer feature. Yeah, I mean, it would essentially be it'd be basically the same thing that we have here. It's just I would just put a button there that you could do it, you could look at it, look at the viewer list. I think the one thing though, we're pushing it on the number of buttons we got on here, because like I've got the tenor gift button down here. I'll have to put another button for the viewer list, but I think and one of the things that I do have, like I have changes for on another branch that at some point I got to pull forward, where I change this into a text area instead of a input box, so it expands out the 3 lines when you go off the edge instead of just scrolling endlessly. The font size changes, and the where you can change the font size to whatever you want, and you can change the font to Open Dyslexic to help out if you've got troubles with that. And I think somebody wanted the ability to just remove the background entirely. If you just, like, maybe a streamer has a really annoying background. Like, that's another thing in there, in that list. So I just got to get all that pulled forward. And one of the things I did was pull all these buttons down, like, underneath. And then have the message box take up the full width here. I was starting to move things around in that direction. That would be... that's another thing. I gotta maybe pull a few of take a few of those and just pull them forward, like the preventing Zalgo text from breaking out of the bubbles and stuff like that. And maybe now I can probably, maybe I can figure out the thing that was keeping me from getting that rolling was under this menu here, trying to get the font drop down and the size drop down to work was causing problems, because it kept dismissing the menu, and it wasn't taking effect and stuff. And I think maybe with some extra now I have some extra experience on it, maybe I can figure out where I was going wrong with that. So that would be interesting. Yeah, like 30 minutes and they go into Lurker State. It wouldn't even have to be it wouldn't even really have to be a timer. It would just be a whenever you click on the button, I could do the search. Because I guess it depends on what it looks like, because I don't know if anybody wants to keep the viewer list open all the time. If they want to keep it open all the time, then I can figure out... actually not that terrible, because if people leave and whatnot, since it's a pub sub channel, whenever you leave the streaming page, you leave all the channels. That's why the viewer count goes up and down and all that stuff, because we just know that your presence is no longer there in that message group. So it could be possible to have that page, like it could be possible to keep the viewer list open and have it just be off of people coming in and leaving the channel, and then you'll see the list update when that happens, because we'll get a message in the back end when that happens. It's nice to see who's still around and supporting, even if they don't chat. Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, I think honestly, as much as I rail against certain things like view counts and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with streamers seeing that information if they want it. You know, like I don't have a problem with them seeing it. My problem stems when everyone can see those numbers without any ability for the streamers to say whether they want to show them or not, you know? Because I feel like that's where all that competitive nonsense comes in. That's where all the, you know, consternation about embeds and you know, sitting at the top of a category because you've got view bots and all that stuff. Yeah. You like to be able to thank people after the stream, especially lurkers? Yeah, that's... I would be a little bit careful with that. Being a lurker myself, that might freak a few people out. But no, I mean, that's absolutely a good way of doing it. I think also, what am I thinking? I was also thinking that maybe I'd want to expose a part of that on the API, so that like bots and stuff could take that information, and maybe you could have like an end slate that has all the names and stuff, like, you know, thanks for your support this stream and all that stuff. Just let the community bots, if they want to do something with that. So that could be a thing too. Oh, like on social. It's saying, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you. Okay. I don't think I could do any more tonight, because I'm feeling like my brain is about ready to leak out of my ears here, because it's 1:15 in the morning for me. But how's Malvor Idol doing here? Can I do? Yes. Needs banana. Code Monkey needs sleep right now, I think. I think Code Monkey needs sleep more than bananas at this point. Oh yeah, okay, so I can now do this use this freaking dragon hide nonsense and clear out my damn bank here. Here you go. You go do that and be useful. Alright, I'm gonna close that out. You have this, but you haven't really gotten started. It's I would say that it's addicting, but it really comes down to how much numbers go up you find yourself addicted to. You know what I mean? Like if you've ever played anything like RuneScape or something like that. I mean, this is basically RuneScape. But if you ever played anything like that where it's just like numbers go up, or an idle game, you know, like Cookie Clicker or something like that. For me, those are super addictive. So it doesn't really matter what it's doing. I just like, my brain just likes seeing all these numbers and getting bigger and bigger. So all I can say is if you fall into that same category, careful. Be careful. Because this is definitely one of those where it's like, I mean, this has a whole wiki that's just like all the different things you have to craft in order to get other things, and this is all the different things you can level up in, and yeah, it's insane at times. Just absolutely insane. Now I'm going to close it out so it stops injecting endorphins into my bloodstream here. Alright, let's commit what I've got, so I'm not lost time and space. And we'll say initial stat at chat user auto git push set up stream origin feature chat, where am I at? Chat viewer auto. And let's get our thing going here. And paste that there. Cool. So that is up there. Let's get the database shut down. Close this out. Close the code out. Close another tab out. And exit out of that. And we are good, my friends. And I will be back. Well, it's technically Saturday for me now. So I will be back around 1 p.m. 1 or 1:30 p.m. Eastern. For another big coding session, and I'm going to jump back onto the raiding stuff and try to get more done with raids. So I'm just going to kind of table this autocomplete for a little bit, because this is what's left with this I can kind of fool around with on my own time, or we can fool around with it next Friday for more small feature Friday stuff, which I might do then too, because it'll be... There's a couple more chat things I want to do for Small Feature Friday, and just kind of stay on chat for a little bit, try to get some improvements going there. So yeah, that's the schedule, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
To the sky, I'm the devil in disguise. From heat to sunrise, just like Vegas in the sun. One more drink, then I'm done. 95 and 21 years. I shake, spin, away. Yeah, everything will be alright. Got the eyes, got a twist, the surprises. Nothing better. Yeah, there's nothing better.
Same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.